Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders. Myself Bala here. In this video, I'm just going to discuss about my Google Sheet, the inside Camarilla. So how we are finding out those particular strike price and how we can effectively use it on this particular stocks. So because Camarilla pivot point is the most used pivot point, so we try to find stocks in its option which forming such a pattern. So it is we have a tool. By using that only we will be trying to find out such a options which forming an inside level. So what we exactly mentioning that inside level, so daily we are updating this level here. So why this is very important? So because of breakout. So Camarilla we normally used for R4 breakout or S4 breakdown. So in this case, maybe you can use it as in a positional or intraday, whatever you can plan. So whether it is break the R4 or not. So it's such a pattern which forms after the R4 breakout. It's most powerful. Like inside, like already we made a lot of scanners and screeners by using a CPR indicator on our charting. But what is the drawback on charting? So we can't use the option prices in charting. So only equity stocks it is scanning, and we will be using either a category like future stocks or a 500 group or 50 group, whatever. But it is going to scan only on equity stocks, whether that condition meets on that particular stock or not. But in this case, in options, even we no other tools to find such a scanner. So we have created, but here it is a mathematical formula to calculate the Camarilla levels. So we will be using a Excel to find out such a kind of levels one day advance. So a day before, we can easily find out what are the stock which forming such a pattern inside. So what we called an inside level is exactly, so where you can look here the R4 level. So only I used two levels, R4 and S4 and S3 and R3. So meanwhile the black one is a pivot. So on comparing to the previous day Camarilla pivot level, I am just calculating the today's level before market open by using the tool, and try to find options which is inside level before market open. So if an inside between previous day R3 and S3, so maybe we can expect for an R4 breakout or a S4 breakout. But in this case, if you are an option buyer, you can look for a R4 breakout. If you are an option seller, you can look for a S4 breakout. So, but what we are looking for either a call or a put, which is going to break the R4. After that, you can look for a breakout opportunity by using this. So that kind of stocks only we are finding out with this tool, and we are updating here. So for an example, AU Bank 740. So according to the previous day close, we'll try nearest ATM strike price, which is nearing to that ATM strike price that we will be finding out. And after that, we are checking with whether inside or not. So where you can look at the values, compare it to the previous day, whether it is higher or lower. So in this 31 point for an example, AU Bank. So previous day, that is one day ago, R4 and S4 were 31.005 and S4 is 14.005. So this is an S4 and R4 of previous day. And the next day, that is today, our opening day, this should be inside between, sorry, this is an R3 and S3. And today this 21.59 is an R4 and 14.0, sorry, 12.195 is the S4. So it is completely inside between the previous day R3 and S3. Such a kind of stocks only we try to find out with this tool, which is scanning. So for example, this particular strike price, call option. Okay. So let's look at this today's value 21.595. So exactly 21.6 is the today's R4 value, and S4 value is 14. So we got in this here 14. And previous day sorry, here this value is near about 14 and previous day is 12.2. So previous day which you are looking for support, that support is 12.45. Here we mentioned is 12.19. It is exactly showing 12.20. What here it is showing 12.45 and today's S4 is 14. Okay, so we try to find out it isn't exactly inside between the previous day. Sorry, here we have mistake. So here it should be greater than here 14 and this is 12.9. So yesterday's R3 here is somewhere around 31. So what we got it 31.005. So what exactly we find out that particular strike price which forming a such a pattern completely inside between the previous day R4 and sorry R3 and S3 and today's R4 and S4. So if an inside level which happened, maybe we will be expecting the breakout, either the R4 breakout or S4 breakdown. So anything can be possible, but if you are a buyer, so we will be finding a breakout on R4. So let me look 345 Biocon. So that is what the scanner which we find it out. Exactly the pattern is formed. In this case, today is the Biocon. So we have a lot of strategies to how to implement that. First candle we didn't follow, and it should be a fresh breakout. So in this case, look at this. The R4 and S4 value is very narrow comparing to the previous day, and also the breakout which is happening here, and it was moving good. And maybe the lower point or S4 breakdown should be you keep as a stop loss, or you can decide whatever the stop loss based on your risk. But we try to find such a kind of things, Cummins India. But in case of Cummins India, the same day, both call and put both together and inside. It is even more meaningful inside. So let me check Cummins India 3800 that both the sides. Call side also inside and put side also inside. In this case, call side breaks down below and 80 and it is closed by 65. In this case, it never touches to the R4 level. Let me check Cummins India 3800 put option. In this case, it not broken the R4 because option is full of time decay and instead of increasing, the decreasing would be very fast. So in this case, it never breaks the R4 level, granular 440. So how do we select the strike price according to the previous day closing price? This one is granular 440 call option. That is an inside level. So where it is giving you the breakout in the beginning. So it is a valid breakout after 9:30. We will be finding that breakout. So we consider that should be valid and the level should be very small. So 17 and 15 just a 2 rupees gap. And after 2 rupees and it went up to nearby 21. So after that again it came down and bounces back. This time it touches and closes, it crosses below. Maybe if you are holding without exiting here, it may be trigger stop loss and the re-entry maybe again this time it went. So I'm not teaching you the stock entry options or something, but this kind of stocks, if we can able to find it out, maybe a better breakout you will be finding with this because our tool it will be helping you to find out all the list of Apollo stocks which breaks the Camarilla R4 with this in this Google Sheet scanner, and monthly it based on the positional, weekly also be a positional. So this is what the update for this week and month in this month, and a lot of put side where we got a trigger. So market is slightly moving lower, so we have a lot of opportunity in put side. But this inside level is in exactly based on the chart, and even we can find it out what are the stocks which are going to form such a pattern by tomorrow. So even a lot of indicators also available. I think trading view tomorrow Camarilla you can also find it out and you may use it. But here it's a very simple logic we do find out. So let me try what are the stocks we are finding out with the tool. So for example, this August, for 1st of August, what are the stocks which forming such a pattern? So see, there is no stocks. P only one stock is Dixon 17,000. So let me check on that particular date. 17,000 put option. So whether it is right or wrong inside. So this is an inside level on 4th August. So this is what the date which you are taken out. 1st August. 1st August, yeah. So this is the 1st August, the day, and the next day we find it out. 1 day period we are finding out the stocks and exactly inside, and it breaks the S4 and it is moving lower. So something like that for 4th August, we have a Hindustan Unilever 2560. So this is also be a put case. So the 4th August, it should be a inside. So maybe this will work on stocks also. I think this is the day. On that particular day, it breaks the R4, but it was closing on the same level. It never came down below support, but it was breaks and it was not moving. Maybe, but stop loss maybe if we keep below support, it never breaks and it was slightly moving higher. So better liquid and quality stocks we can find it out. If any stock which forming a such a pattern, and the same which we will be finding out in charting by using scanner. Okay, but it was an equity. So how do I find out? So for example, Camarilla R4, it is 1 day ago. It must be less than Camarilla R3. So 2 days ago. So let me copy this here. Support 3. There you go, Camarilla support 4. So this will be let me check. This is purely on equity chart. So there we can't find it out options. JSL. Let me check today JSL. Looks like for support 3, resistance 3. Some other stock, data graph. Something we made a mistake. So, but using a charting scanners also we can easily find today's Camarilla support 4. It must be greater than. Okay, so there is a condition mismatch. For granulars, if you are looking at a granulars, that would be an insight where you can able to see that is an exact insight and it breaks and it was moving. So which kind of stocks exactly inside, so we can expect some breakout kind of movement. So that is what the thing which you are provided, and how we can use it based on your strategy and logic. You can plan for that. So we have provided only scan to find out the stock which are options which are finding the such a pattern. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. If you are new, kindly subscribe the channel.